We're very excited. We've got a special guest in our kitchen, and it was a great excuse to clean up and have Lisa Guatney here and her husband Russell, who's right over there.
And we met at the World Food Championship.
Yes, we did. She is a World Food Champion. What year was that?
2017. I won the. My husband and I won the World State Championship, and then we went on to win the overall Grand Championship. We competed against about 500 teams. 14 countries and 48 states, and we won it all.
Well, we were talking before we got going. I mean, she was family trained by her grandmother, and it took it all the way to the top prize in food cooking. So we're really excited to have you and Russell both here. And we're going to have some fun. We're actually going to be inside today doing a couple different recipes. And I can't wait to get going. We already have some smart ovens warming up over here. We have been using, this is a Power XL. It's the Ninja 10-in-1 air fry oven, and we're going to do some pretty interesting things using the griddle.
It's super interesting to me because I've never been a person that thought I would ever own an air fryer per se. But when we started talking about it and we tried the Ninja air fryer, we actually have a couple of videos using it, and it is super fantastic. A friend of mine who lives in an apartment, they can't have grills, and she was worried that it would smoke, and I said, no, just buy the grill, read the instructions on how not to make it smoke. And she, of course, got her GrillGrates to go with it, and it's fantastic. So what we're going to talk about today is a couple of things, right? We're going to do some scallops, which we all love, right? Yes. Deliciousness. And we're going to do some shrimp, and we're going to do them similar to how we did my miso shrimp video, which was recently launched. Our videos are focused on less around recipe and more around technique, right? So we've got these beautiful scallops that you got for us, Brad, and what we did earlier, we were talking about it, we've made sure they're dry, right? Because we want to sear on the scallops, we don't want to steam them. We've spent some time, we pulled off the little muscle on the side, and they're just making sure they're super dry. For this recipe, this is the best one to use because it's probably the most complex of our rubs. My husband made this when he was competing in the Tennessee State Championship for ribs, which he won. And he also won the World Barbecue Championship with this rub here. But this one has pretty much everything in the spice cabinet. And it's just blended in such a way that it's not one thing overpowering the other. So we use it on deviled eggs, potato salad, grilled vegetables, barbecue.
All my steaks.
Yeah, the thing that you say, like when we do the steaks today, we're not only going to use that, we're going to use this just as a curiosity thing.
That's part 2 of the story.
Oh, part 2, and you guys wait and see.
The surf part is part 1 here.
Yeah, surf and turf. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to sprinkle the top of these, right? And this comes out pretty liberally. It's meant to be a finer dust, so be careful. I think in the next version of the bottling, we're going to have them put a smaller little things on it so it doesn't come out so liberally.
Yeah, especially if you're calling it a dust. You want to be able to get dust.
And it's not salty, right? So like, you don't have to panic if it comes out.
There's a little bit of sweet in there.
It's a little bit of sweet. I mean, it's meant to be for barbecue, but it's not. The thing I love about it, it's not too sweet, not too salty, not too anything, right? Okay, so we have that, and we're going to kind of spread these out and try to get them seasoned up. These shrimp are gorgeous. All I did on the shrimp is I washed those off and rinsed them off. And I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put a little salt on the shrimp because I think the shrimp can handle it and needs it. So, okay, and I'm just going to kind of get it all happy. Yeah.
Happy shrimp.
Yeah, happy shrimp makes happy food. Wipe my hands off.
Beautiful.
Just give it a little salt. And our grills are heating up over here.
Well, our laser thermometer, infrared, 564. Look at that.
All right, that's what we want.
That's a gorgeous.
Because we want to sear, right? And what he's done in the Ninja here is he's preheated it, and he put it on the bagel setting, which I've never used this before, which was interesting because it's going to be hotter on the bottom, and that's what we're looking for.
There's been a lot of practice with this.
And our friend Martin's here today. He said, I only want my scallops if they're seared properly. Okay. That's what he said.
Well, yes, we have a Frenchman in the audience.
We have a Frenchman in the audience. He says, I know what a scallop should be.
That far.
Perfect.
So to be very clear, you know what to do there.
Listen. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Gorgeous sound, gorgeous. And we're going to put a little more rusty dust on the top.
Now it's interesting. No, we didn't do anything to the griddle. No duck fat. No nothing.
Don't need to. In my hand though, so I don't get it all over the tray. It's going to go like this.
Let me jump under here. And probably time to do that. Right? Okay.
The sizzle is incredible, but the smell is amazing too. I'm doing this quick.
We'll come back and see what I see.
How pretty is that? No, it's interesting.
Wow.
Those look fabulous.
Oh my gosh. Those will be okay, good.
Okay. All right. We're still going here. They're also with the Rusty Dust too, aren't they?
Right. But we also have the miso butter that's going on both of these. So miso is fermented soybeans. What it is, they ferment it and they make this paste out of it. And it's used in a lot of, Asian cooking. I use it a lot in different things, like you'll see here on the butter. I've used it to do black cod. I have a recipe with black cod with some lentils and stuff.
Wow.
And it's not bitter?
No, it's sweet actually.
Just kind of.
Throw it in there.
Okay.
So this has all that miso in it, so I'm stirring it. I want to make sure I get all the deliciousness that Emily's created. And I think the fun thing also on this is that we didn't do all this. Emily did all the work. I think it's a winning test. I mean, I can't get over the sear we got on these scallops. All right, so the shrimp looks great. Brett, let's you and I do a little taste so we can see if it needs a little seasoning before we plate.
Mm.
There's nothing.
Mm-mm. Wow.
Great.
That was delicious.
Oh.
All right.
So what we've done is we've got these little greens here, and I just took a little bit of avocado oil and balsamic vinegar with a smidge of salt. That's all this is. And it's a 2-to-1 ratio anytime you do a vinaigrette. Oops. Right, and you really want to go around the sides because you don't want to like drench your greens and make them all soggy.
And it's two
oil to one vinegar.
Okay.
And you can adjust.
Nice little tip there.
Go around the sides. That way, you don't have everything just soaking wet. Okay. I don't like a salad that's overdressed. What we did, just to recap, is we've got this beautiful bread that we grilled, and honestly, had we allowed the oven to warm further, we would have gotten better GrillGrates. That was more of our issue, but it's perfectly crispy. We did get GrillGrate marks on it. Mm-hmm. They're fabulous. Let's see, what do we want to do here? We're going to do this, and we're going to put some of our shrimp on here. Okay. Everybody's hungry because we got to definitely put some butter too. And the thing I really want to demonstrate is look at the sear on these scallops. I mean, I honestly don't think we could have gotten a better sear. And I've also got some of these onions and I've got these greens. So I'm just going to kind of put a few of these greens on here because I think it's going to complement some of the food. And then cut up a little bit of this onion. Is there a possibility to get a spoon real quick? And I'm going to spoon some of this butter.
Yeah, I'm just.
Because that's.
Bam.
There. And then we've got the spoon because
we're not done.
Emily, who is super wise, doubled the recipe for the butter. I'm like, great.
Maybe I should have tripled.
Yeah,
because butter is life.
Yeah, and so we want it to soak into that bread, right? That's the part we love. And if it was past 5 o'clock, we would have a glass of wine, and it would be delicious. And
well, this is impressive, though. This is such a nice, easy thing to do. And
yeah,
we have enough for all of it.
All of us.